Blade Runner 2049 is the best movie of 2017, and you didn't go watch it. Shame on you. Blade Runner 2049 stars Ryan Gosling, Jared Leto, Harrison Ford, and is directed by Denis Villeneuve. What's up, guys? It took me a week to finally catch the new Blade Runner movie because I've been in the middle of this move. The weekend that this came out just happened to be the worst weekend ever for me to go catch a movie. Couldn't do it. So I waited a week, but I definitely wanted to check this one out. Saw it last night and it floored the hell out of me. I'm a huge fan of the original Blade Runner. It took me a few watches to really appreciate that movie. Every time I watch it, still to this day, I get something more out of it. It really is a masterpiece. And I think a lot of masterpieces, they do that. You know, they start out where the viewer might not like them that much, and then they just get better with time. The layers are peeled back more with time. And then there's just something special about these movies, and you are always finding something new with them. I didn't even make notes for this review. I really just kind of wanted to get my feelings out about this movie. I'll say it'll probably be a spoiler review. Because the movie's been out a week, even though the movie underperformed at the box office. A lot of people did not go see this movie, but I'm still going to do a spoiler review because there's tons of reviews out there for this. But Blade Runner 2049 picks up 30 years after the original Blade Runner. It is the year 2049. The old replicant model, they're obsolete. And so there's a new replicant model that is doing away with these old ones. They are on the hunt to find the old replicants. And that is what Ryan Gosling's character Joe is doing at the beginning of this movie. As a matter of fact, his name's not even Joe at the beginning of the movie. He's just a number. But early in the movie, he finds out that a baby was born from a replicant and a human, or possibly human. So then this movie is him going on the hunt to find out the source of this child, possibly even finding the child. Or who is the child? Could he be the child? Who knows? But the layers are peeled back and the story just gets more and more engrossing. And let me just say, Harrison Ford, you don't even see him until probably the last 20% of the movie. But the movie is so engrossing that you don't even really notice that. You know, you're not sitting back waiting for that Harrison Ford moment like you did in, say, The Force Awakens. This is such a great story. Denis Villeneuve is the type of director that completely intoxicates you, pulls you right in with not only the visuals, but also the score, with the tone. There's just so much I could talk about his direction and how he is the greatest director working today. I'll go ahead and say that. After movies like Sicario, after movies like Arrival, the guy, he just keeps getting better and better and better. And he was perfect for a Blade Runner sequel. One of the elements I loved about this movie so much was the relationship between Joe and Joy. And Joy, played by Ana de Armas, this was a character that wasn't flesh and bone. She was more AI, holographic AI. So Joe could not touch her, but their relationship was so strong, even better than most actual relationships in movies that we see today that don't involve, you know, robots and regular people. I even think the love story in this movie, because there is a love story to it, is even better than the love story between Rachel and Deckard in the first movie. But Rachel and Deckard do play a big part in Blade Runner 2049, and throughout this movie you're thinking that Joe is actually the son of Deckard. One other character that I have to mention in this movie is Neander, played by Jared Leto. Jared Leto just constantly picks roles that are challenging, where he can step outside of the box, and he's done that with his portrayal of the Joker. I don't fully blame him for, you know, the backlash of that Joker in Suicide Squad. I think that movie itself was just horrible, and I think if they would have handled the Joker better, it would have been better. But he is one of the most interesting characters in this because he's kind of like the Oracle in The Matrix. He's probably one of the most mysterious characters out of the whole movie. And one that I found so interesting because he keeps you guessing throughout. You never know what this character is going to do. Also, lastly, I have to talk about Harrison Ford as Deckard in this. By the time he does come into frame, it is, for lack of a better term, awesome, because One, Harrison Ford, the guy really takes care of himself. You can tell that he's still like physically fit. Like you could see him running a whole movie as the character Deckard at this age and still be completely fine. Could still kick ass. He's just in that good of shape. But I love that relationship between him and Joe, where basically he tells him, I gave the baby up to protect the baby, which at that time you're thinking the baby is actually Joe, which it's not. Guys, in the end, Blade Runner 2049, easily the best film of the year. Made the top of my list, hands down. Giving this a Trapped on an Island. It's perfect in every way, and I can't wait to watch it again. As far as if I like it better than the original, that's a tall order because the original is such a classic. And in my mind, it is a perfect movie as well. But these two movies, they belong to each other, and it's ironic that they're, 30 years apart, but yet they just fit with each other so well. So anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on Blade Runner 2049? Looking forward to hearing them. Post in the comments. Also, follow me at Drumdums on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd. If you like what I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and Drumdum out.